Okay, so the machine is charged, the coordinates are locked, and I am setting this thing 62 years forward. No particular reason for that number, if I'm honest. I just wanted to see what an actually advanced Earth looks like. Flying cars, new cities, whatever they've invented that I can't even picture yet. That's the plan. Let's go. Okay. Okay, that's not right. That is not what I was expecting at all. So first thing, I'm not on the ground. I don't know why, but I've landed on a rooftop. A really tall one. And the city skyline is still there. Sort of, some of these buildings look genuinely futuristic. Glass, curved, the kind of architecture I was actually hoping to see. But it is dead quiet up here. No traffic sounds, no horns, nothing. And there's grass growing out of a crack in the concrete right next to me, which, on a building this modern, should not be possible. Okay, this future is weird. That's the only way I can describe it right now. There's some kind of vehicle just flew past in the distance, low over the rooftops, and it looked genuinely futuristic, but also kind of beaten up, like it's been repaired 100 times. I don't really know what I'm looking at yet. Let's just start walking. Quick catch-up for anyone new. I build my own time machines. I don't fully understand them either, if I'm honest. I usually jump backward, actually, medieval stuff, ancient stuff. This is one of maybe 3 times I've ever gone forward. And normally when I go forward, it's clean. Nice. This doesn't feel clean. Okay, there's people up here. Actual people. That's a relief, not going to lie. So this rooftop, it's not just a rooftop. It's basically a neighborhood. There's a vegetable garden growing in old shipping containers. There's solar panels bolted to every flat surface I can see. Someone's rigged up what looks like a rainwater collection system running off the side of a water tower. There's kids, actual kids, running between the plant rows chasing each other. There's a little market set up under a tarp, people trading things I don't recognize. Excuse me, hi, sorry, can I ask, is this like a normal thing, living up here?
Normal is the only thing. Where else would we live?
Okay, that answer did not help me at all, but I'm gonna keep exploring. So there's a workshop over here. And a guy is taking apart what I think used to be a drone. Laying all the parts out on a cloth very carefully like he's performing surgery on it. Nothing here looks new. There's an antenna array up on the highest point of this building. Cables running down into what looks like a control room. And there's landing platforms, actual marked landing platforms, on 3 different corners of this roof. There's a girl, maybe 10 years old, sat cross-legged fixing what looks like an old radio. And she's genuinely better at it than I would be. This whole roof runs on people just knowing how to keep things alive. Nobody's waiting for a delivery truck. There isn't one anymore. I keep asking myself the same question over and over right now. Why is everyone up here? Like, genuinely, why not just live at ground level like a normal city? I haven't seen the ground once since I arrived, actually. Not once. Okay, there's a woman over there refilling water containers, and she seems friendly enough. Let's try again. Hi, sorry to bother you. I'm actually not from around here. This is going to sound like a strange question. But why does nobody live on the ground anymore? She just looked at me. Properly looked at me like I'd said something insane. You're serious? You don't know? I don't, genuinely.
Go look for yourself.
Okay. I don't love how she said that, if I'm honest. But let's go look. So this edge, it's got a low wall, waist height. And beyond that, it's just straight down. Must be 30, 40 floors. I'm walking over slowly. My stomach's already doing something it doesn't normally do. Okay, I'm looking down now. Oh my God. The streets, the actual streets down there, they're full. Not with cars, well there are cars, hundreds of them, just abandoned, doors open, covered in vines and dust. But there's people down there too. Except they're not moving right, most of them. Some are just standing completely still in the middle of the road. Some are shuffling. One sat against a bus stop and hasn't moved this entire time I've been watching. That's not people. Or it was people. I don't actually know what I'm looking at. I think I just figured out why nobody lives on the ground. Okay, so I need someone to actually explain this to me properly because I am not okay right now. So apparently, and I'm still processing this as I say it out loud,
There was an outbreak.
nobody up here seems totally sure where it started, but it spread fast, faster than anyone could contain. And within a few years, the entire ground level of every city on Earth basically belonged to the infected. Humanity didn't disappear. It just went up. They call the streets down there the dead zone. That's the actual name people use. Not the city, not downtown, the dead zone. And apparently the way they survived, the whole trick, is that the infected down there can't climb. Not properly anyway. So a while back, survivors deliberately destroyed the lower staircases in every occupied building, ripped out elevator shafts, sealed off the ground floors completely. Everyone up here lives above what they call the safe line, and everything below it is just handed over. I genuinely did not expect that answer when I woke up this morning. Okay, so there's something else I've noticed since I found out. Everyone keeps checking the sky, like obsessively. And there's a screen mounted near the market stalls, and it's got a countdown running on it. Ground operations close 02742. I ask someone what that means.
That's how long until sunset.
Why does that matter?
You really don't know anything, do you?
Fair, I don't. So here's the second rule, apparently the most important one. During the day, the infected down there are slow, dormant, almost. Their senses are dulled, they barely react to anything, some of them just stand still for hours. That's why the streets look almost peaceful right now if you don't look too closely. But after sunset, apparently everything changes. They get fast, aggressive, alert to sound, alert to light. Hunting, basically. So nobody, and I mean nobody, is supposed to be on the ground once the sun goes down. That countdown on the screen isn't decoration. That's a deadline. Okay, so I've just watched one of those flying vehicles land on the platform, and there's a group climbing aboard, and they're loading crates, tools. This really doesn't look like a joyride. Excuse me, what's happening here? Where's this heading?
Scavenging run, ground level, back before sunset, obviously.
You go down there? On purpose?
That's insane, it's so dangerous.
Someone has to. Medicine doesn't grow up here.
Can I come? He actually laughed at that. Properly laughed.
Tourists don't really exist anymore, mate.
I asked again anyway. And after a bit of back and forth and one very reluctant team leader, they said, fine, stay close, don't touch anything, and do exactly what I say. So, apparently I'm going to the dead zone right now. This was not the video I planned to make. Okay, we're airborne, and I need a second because this view is insane. I can see the entire skyline properly now. And it's this incredible mix. Half the towers have full settlements on top, gardens, lights, solar panels, and the other half are just dark, empty, abandoned completely. And below all of it, the streets just stretch out in every direction, completely still, completely overtaken. Nature's crawling up the sides of half these buildings. This isn't one destroyed city. This is dozens of little floating civilizations scattered across the ruins of one. Okay, we're descending now. And this is the part my stomach really does not like. Ground level, sunset 20. All right, we're down. I'm actually standing on the ground. First time in what, 62 years for this city that a tourist done that on purpose? It's quieter than I expected. That's the unsettling part, honestly. There's infected maybe 30 meters from me right now. Just stood there, barely swaying. One sat in a doorway, hasn't so much as turned its head.
Don't make unnecessary noise. That's rule 1 down here. Even in the day, they're not nothing.
Nodded, very noted. So we're moving through what used to be a shopping street. And this bit's actually hitting me harder than the zombies, honestly. There's a supermarket up ahead. Shelves collapsed, but there's still price tags on some of the empty spots. There's a phone shop next to it. Cracked window display, still got phones locked to the wall. Completely dead now, obviously. I found something. It's an old smartphone just sitting on a bench outside, screen shattered. This is basically the same phone as mine, 62 years from now. And someone was carrying essentially my phone the day this all started. There's a poster on the wall here, half torn, but I can still read most of it. Evacuate immediately. Follow designated routes. It's dated from what would have only been about 6 years after I left. 6 years. That's all the warning anyone got. There's a school just past the phone shop, and I really wasn't planning on going in. But the gate's open, so... Kids' drawings still pinned up along the corridor wall, faded now, curling at the edges, but you can still make out some of them. A backpack's just sat on the floor outside one of the classrooms, like someone put it down for a second and never picked it back up. I'm not going to spend long in here. It doesn't feel right. We're moving into what used to be a train station now. Teams looking for parts, something about a valve for the vehicle, and I found a newspaper, actual paper newspaper, on the floor here. There's another one further down, government statement. Something about containment being expected within weeks. They really believed that. You can feel it in the wording. They genuinely thought this was temporary. I don't think I'm supposed to know more than this yet, honestly. And the team's already moving on. So let's keep going.
Sunset, 046 Wanheen.
Okay, we should be heading back now. That's what I thought was happening. But apparently, the vehicle's got a mechanical fault. Something with the lift component. And they can't fix it without a replacement part, which means we need to find one nearby. Which means we're not leaving yet. Nobody's saying it directly, but everyone's face just changed. Sunset, Core 319. We're moving fast now, searching a mechanic's garage a few blocks over, and I actually just saw something that I don't think I was supposed to see. One of the infected, over by an abandoned truck, it reached up, and it pulled itself onto the hood, properly climbed, used its arms and everything. I pointed it out, told the team leader straight away.
Sometimes they do weird things. Keep moving.
Okay, sure, moving on. Sunset. The sky's gone orange now, and it's doing something to my whole body I don't love. Like every instinct is telling me to run even though nothing's actually happening yet. The team found the part. We're heading back to the landing zone now. Fast walking, not quite running. Sunset. 9. 8. 7. They're still trying to get this vehicle started, hands shaking on the panel, and I'm just stood there watching the last bit of sun disappear behind the buildings. Silence. Actual complete silence for maybe 3 seconds. Then somewhere a scream. Not human. Then another. Then it's everywhere, all at once, hundreds of them, and the entire street just changes in front of me. They're not standing still anymore. They're running. Okay, we need to move. We need to move. Right now. The vehicle's still not working, and there's shapes coming down the street toward us, and I don't even know what to film anymore. I'm just running. We're through a broken doorway into what used to be an office building. Up a half-capped staircase. Someone's telling me to turn my camera light off. And I genuinely didn't even think about that. The thing I'm using to film this is the exact thing that gets us found. Light off. Light off. Okay, done. We're crossing some kind of walkway between 2 buildings now. And below us, the street is just moving. It's actually moving, like the whole ground is alive. We have to keep going. Stay quiet. They're everywhere down there. Almost across. Don't look. There's a scream behind me. Not one of theirs. One of ours. Someone's fallen. Someone's grabbed him. They're pulling him back up. We don't stop. We can't stop. Extraction point. I can see lights up ahead. Another vehicle's coming in, but it's got its landing lights on, and that's pulling every single one of them straight toward us. We're running full speed now. There's genuinely hundreds of them converging on this one spot, and the vehicle's doors are open and someone's screaming at me to get on. And I am not going to lie to you right now. I have never moved that fast in my entire life. We're up. We're actually up. I can feel hands under my arms pulling me the rest of the way in, and the doors sliding shut behind me, and I can hear them hitting the bottom of this thing. We lifted off. We actually lifted off. Okay, I can breathe now. Sort of. My hands will not stop shaking, I want to be honest about that. Looking down through the gap in the floor, the whole street's just full, with thousands of them filling every road as far as I can actually see. This is what the ground belongs to now. We're approaching the rooftop settlement again. And the contrast is doing something to me I wasn't prepared for. Down there, complete chaos, complete darkness, complete death. Up here, lights on, kids being called in for dinner. Someone's actually laughing near the market stalls like today was a totally normal day. Humanity didn't lose, it just moved. That's genuinely the only way I can describe what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so it's later now, everyone's settling in for the night. And I'm just sat near the edge of the roof, trying to process the entire day. I really did think I was going to land in some shiny, advanced future today. Instead, I found out what's actually left of us. And honestly, I think I respect it more than anything I was expecting to see. Right, I should probably wrap this up, get some rest, figure out how I'm even getting back to my own time from up here. Actually, hold on. There's something moving on the building across from this one. Let me zoom in. Okay, that's one of them, on the side of that tower. And it's not standing still. It's climbing. Not stairs. There's no stairs left on that building. It's using the balconies, actual balconies, pulling itself up one at a time. Slow, but deliberate. Like it knows exactly what it's doing. Think about that one from earlier today. The one that pulled itself onto the truck. Everyone told me that was nothing. Just a weird one-off. This isn't nothing. Behind me, the settlement's still going, still normal. Still completely unaware. Kids still playing. Lights still on. Nobody's looking at what I'm looking at right now. They built their entire civilization up here because the infected can't climb. So what happens when they can? Okay, I need to go show someone this right now. If you want to see what happens next, make sure you're subscribed. Because I don't think this ends well. And I don't think I'm ready to find out on my own. Goodbye from 62 years from now. Whatever's left of it.